New Zealand, just north of Auckland. Welcome along to my Wednesday live. So excited to have you here tonight. I'm going to be sharing this absolutely stunning Earthen Elegance suite, all about earthy colours, nature, and so much texture. Just love it. I've got a really quick and easy card to make and some samples to show you, but I just want to run through the suite. I'm sure you've probably seen it in the catalogue, but I just want to take you through it and show you the designer series paper, which is always better looking at it live, isn't it? So let's go over to the desktop and we will get started. Okay, so I'm just going to scoot my chair over, and it is on page 70 and 71. So lots and lots of, as I say, texture and nature, all those earthy sort of colours, which is a lot of what our new in colours, the 2023 to 2025 in colours are all about. Those earthy natural tones, which I just really, really love. So, saying that, let's have a look at the designer series paper. So we have, let me see, I'm just going to spread these ones out here. So we have 6 sheets and two-sided, and 2 of each, of course. This is Moody Mauve, and then you have this gorgeous pebbled path pattern. So as I was saying, everyone, hi Shani, thanks for stopping by and for saying hi. Lovely texture. Now the texture and the interest on these papers are just gorgeous, and you can use these, as I'll show you with the card, to use for your dyes. They just add so much interest on the elements that you use them for. So, and this side has got the Misty Moonlight, and look at this beautiful pretty peacock. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just love the colour in that. So rich and stunning. And then you've got this pattern on the other side. This is Misty Moonlight, and this is like a wood grain. Just love that. Now this is brilliant for using for pots. I'll show you some samples that I've done. You just use the dye and it looks as though this has been fired with these patterns on. Just perfect. And this pattern on the other side, and you've got the pretty peacock and the grey granite on this side in this pattern. So just, as I say, lots and lots and lots of texture with these. Hi Julie, welcome. Bit of blue in this suite. Okay, so one thing I will show you, this is the stamp set, and you've got a couple of gorgeous textured pots there and some stamps and some well, we sort of call it toy here, or bulrush. I'm not sure what it's called everywhere else, but that's sort of what we call these ones here. But the dies have a lot more in them. So you've got this gorgeous, not sure what you call that actually, if there's any plant people out there. It's sort of like a palm of some sort, I assume. And then you've got this palm here. You've got just some, and I'm just going to show you how this one works in a minute. This one is an extra to put on top of the pot if you want to add another element. Now just a bit of a tip here with these, they outline of the stamp, which makes it really good for not having any lines around your stamped image. Really good. So with this one, it's not actually a die. I'm going to use it on here so that you can hopefully see it work. And I'm going to use this super cute mini boho blue, which is available to purchase for a very limited time for 133 New Zealand dollars. And I just love these little ones that you can just pop on the desk and use while you're crafting. So I'm going to put that plate down, and you just got to do a little M actually when you put things on it. So you have the white one out, this next one in, and then when I put this one in, it's going to be a little further forward. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on run it through, and I'm going to show you what that does. So this colour matches the in colour, which is just beautiful. Okay. And this, hopefully, you can see that, gives that gorgeous sort of like embossing look on the paper. So once again, just some beautiful textures you can add to your pots, you can add to the background, anything like that. Okay, so with the card that we're making, I have done that on some Very Vanilla. I've done that just 3 times across there. So I'm just going to grab this, and I want to add a little bit more interest to that. So I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Blend, and this is Pebbled Path. And I'm just using the thick end, and I'm just going to add some splatter. And I might just add a little bit of blue as well. There we go. So it's just very random, of course. And we'll set that aside. Now that does dry very quickly, of course, because it's the alcohol. Now we have got I've used the grey granite, which is one of the colours in the suite. And it's just a basic 4.5 by 4.5 card. Now I just want to show you a little technique. Now we have these new Stampin' Rights where this end now, this new end of this marker is just amazing. So much improved. But we're going to be using the paintbrush end. Now this is a technique called thumping. Sounds very interesting, doesn't it? So I'm using the Pebbled Path, and I'm just colouring in the stems of these. And then I'm going to use this Wild Wheat. Same thing. Just going to use the side of the brush and colour that in. I don't mind if some of that grey granite comes up, that's fine. It's all about the texture. And then I'm going to use my copper clay, and this is the thumping. So you're just going to take your brush and tap it like this of the pattern of the toy. There we go. Thanks so much for stopping by. Got to give it a huff. Of course, we wouldn't be doing that COVID days, but okay. And there you can see, I'm going to pop that up, that gives that beautiful texture and dimension into that toy there. You've got the wild wheat and then the splashes of the copper clay. It just really gives that so much texture. Okay, so I'm going to pop that. That's for inside. And I've done one ahead of time and die cut it for the outside. Okay. All right, let's start putting some of this together. I have, as I say, done one of these and die cut it the same. And this is the beautiful Pebbled Path textured paper. And I'm going to pop that onto there. I think that's one of the things I really like about this suite is all the gorgeous texture that you have on all the elements. Even the stamps for the pots have got lots and lots of texture on them. Okay. So this is very vanilla. I'm popping that on. And then I'm going to pop this on top. Okay. Right, so I've also, as I say, the texture on the Designer Series paper is just so beautiful that I have used the papers to die cut these elements out, and it really does give so much more to the piece than if it was just plain cardstock. Now this is this palm, like I say, that I'm not 100% sure what that's called, but this has got little indentations. Oh, you can't even see on that side, it's a bit more textured, but I've just gone along and folded these over just quickly like so, and it really just adds that extra dimension to that. And that one. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit of glue. Now I don't, when I've got something like this, I don't add glue all over. I like to have the bits sticking, you know, just coming off a bit to give it that little bit extra. So I'm going to pop that there. And then let's pop that one there. Same thing, I'm just going to add, so you can choose either side really of these. They're just, both sides have got beautiful texture on them. Okay, now I might put that one off to the side there. Tuck it under there a little bit. There we go. And then this one is going to come onto here. Right, so you can see those, the splatter just adds that little bit extra on the background, and you can see, you probably can't see it so well on the video, but the texture of that dye just adds so much interest to that background. Okay, now before we pop it onto the card base, I'm just going to run my Stampin' Seal down here, and this is called, make sure I get it right, it is called Wavy Trim, and it's just gorgeous, just love it. I love, like, linen thread would be my favorite trim, so this is sort of probably the next in line now. I just love this natural sort of look, and I'm just going to wrap that around. Okay, about there. And then we will use some dimensionals. Pop that on. So as you can see, I mean, this is super quick to make. You die cut the elements from the paper, and you've got all that texture ready to go. All right, just get these backings off. Right. And let's add that. I do like square cards. They are a particular favorite. So that card base is on, of course I don't get it straight. I'm absolutely diabolical with straight. Grey granite, but I have already ahead of time white embossed thank you on the pebbled path, and I've used the tag die from Stylish Shapes to cut that out, and I'm just going to pop that on there like so. So let's do some more dimensionals. My best friends. Oh, that one's already got the backing off. Okay, I'm going to pop that there. And then, of course, have to have some bling, and this is the In Colours. It's just called In Colour Dots, actually. So we will use the grey, I think. Let me see. This is Pebbled Path. I shouldn't say grey. It's the Pebbled Path. These are quite shiny. I don't know if you can tell on there. And one more. And we have beautiful, beautiful card just with this, mainly with the designer series paper, I must admit, creating this card with its all the different elements, but so quick and easy to make. And then you can obviously step it up a lot more. I have done this one, which is using this exposed brick embossing folder and then just running that over with the Whisper White ink pad. This has been blended in the background for texture, and these are the pots that have been cut out with the designer series paper. You can see how that one is absolutely perfect for looking like that earthen potware. And then I've done this one. I've actually used boho blue and not misty moonlight just to really make it quite bright, and I have blended boho blue in the background there, and the edging is done with copper clay. So once again, this is just all using the designer series paper for all of these elements that are on here. So it is really such a good way to use the designer series paper in so many different ways. Like I say, you can make them full on, quite avid and layered and textured to this gorgeous, simple thank you card. So I hope you give that suite a look. Actually, I really, really do love it, and I think these earthy colours are just absolutely stunning and certainly worth considering. So thank you so much for joining me, and please do like and share if you enjoyed this video, and please ask any questions that you may have, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye.